What is a universal bank? A universal bank combines the services of a commercial bank and an investment bank, providing all services from within one entity. The services can include deposit accounts, a variety of investment services, and may even provide insurance services. Under this system, a bank can choose to participate in any or all of the permitted activities. The concept is most relevant in the United Kingdom and the United States, where historically there was a distinction drawn between pure investment banks and commercial banks. In the US, this was a result of the Glass-Steagall Act of 1933. After the 1929 crash, it was believed that close ties between the investment and commercial sides of banks' business created conflicts of interest that lead to speculative trading and unprofitable loans. The Glass-Steagall Act was in response to banks taking on too much speculative risk in the markets, thus risking depositors' money. The GSA prevented this highly speculative activity and also created the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation that insures bank deposits up to a certain amount. One of the most prominent universal banks in the Philippines is China Bank. China Bank first opened for business on August 16, 1920. The first privately owned local commercial bank located in Binondo, Manila, the world's oldest established Chinatown. With thorough understanding of the local business scene, China Bank easily made its mark in the country's financial landscape and stood out among foreign-operated banks. The bank survived World War II and played a key role in the reconstruction and economic recovery of the country through its support to businesses and entrepreneurs in critical industries. Almost 20 years after, China Bank continuously grew and was listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange in 1947. China Bank computerized operations in 1969 and became the first bank in Southeast Asia to process deposit accounts online. It became the first Philippine bank to offer ATM and telephone banking in 1988. In 1990, China Bank transferred its head office to Paseo de Rojas in Makati and in the following year acquired its universal bank license. China Bank offers a wide range of services. These include deposits and related services, international and corporate commercial lending, commercial loans, housing and auto loans, wealth management and private banking, treasury and foreign exchange trading, trust and investment management, cash management, factoring, electronic banking, which includes ATM, phone banking services, internet and mobile banking, and remittance services. We have sat down with the manager of China Bank's Angeles City branch for an in-depth discussion on universal banking.
Well, as you all probably know, marami yung mga banks, ano? Like may mga rural banks, savings bank, commercial banks, and universal banks. Actually, may piggy bank pa, di ba? But then, hindi, ano yan. But then, anyway, yung when you classify a bank as a universal bank, it means to say na lahat ng components ng banking andun na. It's not just like yung savings lang, not just yung time deposits lang, gano'n, no? It's our lending, hindi lang gano'n. It also involves yung other forms of investments like yung trust, we offer corporate bonds, yung mga gano'n. We engage in mga trading of stocks din. Yung parang gano'n. Not trading like we're like yung parang brokerage or ano, no. We pull yung mga resources ng mga tao, ng mga clients, and then uh, we look for parang avenues or investments where they could earn more. So, ganun yung scope ng Universal Bank. Tsaka, um, maraming mga products like credit cards, yung ganun, no? Life and non-life insurance. So, not just mga banking products na the usual. So, ganun yung scope ng isang Universal Bank.
It's an all-around
All around, no?
bank.
Basically all around. The pinaka-main difference from a commercial bank, basically kasi yung commercial and universal halos pareho lang. But then the universal bank, meron silang savings component. I mean, meron kaming, like us, we have if you're familiar with China Savings
savings.
Bank. So it's a savings arm. So ganon, yung one of the things na ano natin is to establish, the biggest na difference is to establish yung savings arm natin. Like for example, PNB, may PNB savings,
Yeah.
BPI Family Savings. So, ganun, no? Si Metro Bank, PS Bank. So, meron kaming mga savings arm,
Like subsidiaries.
subsidiaries. Oh, not really subsidiaries, but part owner ang China
Okay.
Bank. Oo, ang Universal Bank. So, yun. Kasi we're required to have parang capitalization. I think as accountancy students, you're familiar with the Basel III, something like yung mga ganun. So, you're required a certain capitalization for you to be classified as a universal bank. Or, like for example, from a rural bank, if you want to be classified as a savings bank, you need a certain capitalization. It's either you raise it as your own, as yung within, or you you acquire, or you get parang capitalization from the outside. Like for example, kung gusto mo lumaki, you attract investors. Well, as far as the products are concerned, lahat naman ng bangko meron, no? Meron na like yun nga, pare-pareho lang. Pare-pareho lang yung products na ino-offer ng all universal banks. Iba-iba lang yung what we call them, or yung name ng product.
Okay.
Yun lang yung iba. And plus yung siguro certain maliliit na mga anong tawag dito, features, but basically they're all the same. So what sets us apart, I'd like to think yung service, no? Kasi yun lang naman yung pinagmamalaki na I'm sure if you talk to other BMs, yun din yung sasabihin niya, no? So there's a certain siguro culture that we try to imbibe sa mga frontliners namin. And I guess it's yun nga, it's a service. We try to be parang family with the clients. It's not sabi ko nga dito sa mga kasama natin, ka-teammates ko with the branch, ang aim natin is for someone to go in the bank feeling na hindi yun chore, hindi yun part of his work. It's like part of the, halimbawa, paano ko ba sasabihin? Like, for example, kung pupunta ako ng bangko, hindi ko sasabihin na pupunta naman ako ng bangko, matatagalan naman ako. It's like, pupunta ako ng bangko, makakapag-relax ako, makakapagkape ako sa manager, and makikipagkwentuhan muna ako dun sa mga kaibigan kong teller. So parang ganun na culture. So we try to do it. Well, I guess yung kasi the bank has been in the business for 96 years, since 1920, going on 97 na ngayon, you know, in this year. I guess it's one of the banks na talagang, well, before it was owned by the D family. So, DEE family. No? So, I guess yung talaga napalaki nila through their own works. So, if you would read yung parang ano natin, no? May coffee table book, you would know na it's talagang purely within the family na talagang napalaki nila. No? So, of course, lately, in the past years, si Henry C. is no, infusing, no, the money. In fact, he's the majority owner now. No? But yun nga, if I may say so, the big business people started with China Bank. I mean, it's known as a businessman's bank. Why? Because yan, si Henry C., si John Gokong Wei, I mean, they all started with China Bank. Ano? Yung mga pinahiram ni China Bank, imagine ngayon, tingnan mo naman sila, I'm sorry, John Gokong Wei and MEC, to name some, but hindi lang sila, marami pa. Recently launched yung EMV card. I forgot. Sorry, I forgot what the EMV card stands for. But the EMV card, before yung mga ATM cards natin ay just yung mga mag stripe. I'll just show you as a sample. This is a mag stripe. Yan ang stripe, mag stripe. So, before ganyan lang tayo. So, pag inano mo sa ATM machine, nire-read niya yung whatever na info dito. So, ito yung kukunin nila. However, this is susceptible to hacking or what we call, hindi hacking anyway, they could copy yung mga ano doon. If you would notice, yung mga bago ngayon, it's just parang wala na. Kasi dito, it's a makikita mo parang may film na you could actually see. Dito, wala. Parang strip lang. And this is the chip. This is the EMV card. So, chip na siya. So, you just, parang hindi na siya, nire-read yung mag stripe. Dito na. This technology, actually, we got it from yung mga credit cards. So, that's the latest innovation that we have with the products of China Bank.
As mentioned earlier, universal banks are made up of a number of elements. The first is commercial banking, concerned with the borrowing and lending of money. The second is investment banking, which is concerned with helping companies access to equity and debt capital markets. The third element is market making, providing derivatives to clients to help them manage risks. Broking, the matching of buyers and sellers, and prime brokerage, which involves sophisticated trading systems to hedge fund managers. The fourth element is bank assurance, asset management, also known as investment management, and the provision of pension and insurance services. The final section is custody. This is the deep back office of the bank, ensuring that trades are matched and settled. Universal banks like China Bank have made significant impact on the country's economic development. They've been nicknamed as one-stop shops for the efficiency of services being offered under one roof, and as a businessman's bank because of the full confidence investors put in them. These banks are very large, and if one fails, it could have a drastic effect on the economy. That is why a bank has to not only meet the required capitalization, but prove its stability and impressive performance for it to be granted a license.